know if she was ready for that. Getting out of hand, folks. Getting out of hand. Travis is falling down, huh? All right, Corey. All right. Andy.
Daddy, look at Mom. Look at Mom. Mom.
I see your head. Let me see what you did.
Daddy, look what I made you.
Oh, that's just lovely, Kel. I think you used too much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dad.
That's
I
right.
hold my hand up.
Okay. Don't touch anything.
Mom,
Hmm.
look at my hand.
I see.
No, and take that out of your eye.
Oh.
Hey, Kel.
Oh.
Bring her. Go.
Kel, do it over there. Kel, Kel!
She wants to get me striking out is what she wants. Let me see what you got.
You want to take a video of me?
I also wanted to see you run the bases.
Going to school.
That's right.
Can I put this on, Jamie?
No, I think it's first.
Can I do it? I like to put on.
What are you going to do?
Play and eat and drink and learn something.
And what?
And play and learn something.
And learn something?
Yes, sir.
You already know your address, don't you?
That's me.
Your
Yes.
address.
6620962. No, 71554 Lake Way. I am putting it. That's fine.
What's your address, Jane?
What's your address? Not sure.
7155 Fawn Trail.
Go.
Heart.
What about it?
Hospital girl hot.
Hat.
Hi, Kelly. Kelly. Now. Where's that ugly baby? Show me, Caleb.
Where's my stuff?
Are you ready to go to school? You ready?
Backpack.
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 What color is apple?
Jamie's hanging it up.
Put it down real quick.
Oh, my feet are hot.
Those are. Here you go. Okay, now it's Jamie.
Excuse me just a moment. We have a van that's blocking over in the teacher's parking lot that's blocking the cafeteria entrance for the trucks. The van is 614 RPW. If you have a van, you need to go move that so the cafeteria truck can get out. Thank you.
Jamie. Jamie. Jamie.
Are you brand new?
Have a wonderful day, Lloyd. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey.
So, Chrissy, hi. How are you? Hi. Are you taking Kaylee today? She is here, but
You miss me, Kelly?
Yes, she did. Jamie. Jamie. Jamie.
Daddy, we played ball too.
is Jamie leaving without you? So you were sad?
I said
Hi, Caleb.
we were playing.
Let's see what you got. What did you do today, Jamie?
Let me see what's in there.
Shot records. Your turn.
There.
Jamie's gonna show us. Okay, show us what you got. The teacher got you to put that stuff in there?
No, she put it in there.
Jamie Collier. That's a bag we brought.
Kind of stick it in there.
Membership kickoff. Parent Student Association.
Where do your apples?
These are the hours.
She didn't give me an apple. No.
Schedule for this semester.
She said, don't take it home. She said, I gave it to her and she needed to have it. And don't let mom and dad have it.
Is that all you had?
No, I guess so.
What'd you do today?
And play ball with them, and I folded Taylor folded to me, and I folded.
Threw it? Taylor threw it.
Taylor threw it to me.
And I threw it.
And I threw it to the teacher.
Yeah. Well, the teacher, is it fun to meet new kids?
Yes, sir.
You get to go tomorrow too. Do you want to go again?
Yes, sir.
Good girl.
Mom.
Tell Grandma hello.
Come. Come, Grandma.
Tell Grandma Joan hello.
Come, Mommy.
Grandma Shirley can hear you too.
Mommy.
She's watching you too.
Mom.
You know that?
Mommy.
She's proud of you too.
Mommy.
Say bye.
Come. Bye. Bye.
With a bullet in his jaw, Toivy pretended to be dead but managed to stay alive till liberated. Thomas Toivy Blatt, married and has 3 children. Today he lives in Santa Barbara, California. Yet he returns each year to Sobibor in remembrance of his family who died there. Chaim and Selma made it to a small farm where they were given shelter until the liberation. Happily married for more than 40 years and the parents of 2 grown children, Chaim and Selma Engel now live in Connecticut. Stanislaw Shlomo Schmeisner joined the partisans and became an active fighter against the Nazis in Poland. There is no record of what happened to his younger brother, Moses. After the war, Shlomo emigrated to Brazil, where he married and raised 2 sons. In South America, he was largely responsible for the discovery of Sergeant Gustav Wagner in 1978. Brazilian law did not allow for Sergeant Wagner's extradition, but a year later he was found stabbed to death. The records list Wagner's death suicide. Captain Franz Reichleitner was reassigned to Trieste and was killed by partisans less than 3 months after the Sobibor revolt. Esther Turner managed to hide from the Germans and from hostile Polish nationals until the Russian liberation. She moved to the United States and now lives with her husband Irving in New Jersey. Esther has testified in many war crimes trials in West Germany, including the trial of Sergeant Erich Bauer, who died in prison. Esther and Thomas Blatt testified at the trial of Sergeant Frenzel, who was convicted and is still alive, serving a life sentence. Sasha Pechersky and many of his men made it back to the Russian lines to rejoin the fight against the Nazis. In 1963, Sasha gave key testimony in a war crimes trial against 11 Ukrainian guards in Sobibor. Today, at 77, Sasha is retired and lives with his wife Olga in Rostov-on-the-Don in the Soviet Union. Luka vanished in the Polish countryside. All efforts, including Sasha's, to locate her proved unsuccessful. The good luck shirt Luka gave to Sasha is now displayed in a Russian museum honoring those who fought and died for freedom in World War II. Leon Feldhandler fought his way back to Lublin in Poland, where he remained safe until the liberation. There he ran a small business employing and helping many Jews who had survived the camps, including Sobibor. 14 months after the escape, in a confrontation with a group of anti-Semites, Leon was murdered by his countrymen because he was a Jew. October the 14th, 1943, Sobibor, a Nazi death camp where over 250,000 Jews were killed. But in the revolt that day, over 300 of the 600 prisoners made it to freedom, something which had never happened before and would never happen again in World War II. Within days, SS Chief Himmler ordered the camp closed, dismantled, and planted with pine trees. In that forest now stands this monument to the dead. It is also a reminder of the valiant fighters of Sobibor, who were among those who began to make the idea and the vow never again a reality.
Thank you for joining us for the Chrysler Showcase presentation, Escape from Sobibor.
Tonight, a jealous Louise goes into a tailspin over the arrival of a much younger female tenant on the Jeffersons tonight at 10:30 after Eyewitness News. Next.
ready for test?
AT&T developed noise meters to measure the background noise of their long-distance calls. And this is their score. What's the score of a fiber optic line being built by U.S. Sprint?
Go.
Twice as quiet. Call now and save with U.S. Sprint. Why pay more for more noise when you can pay less for less?